Hey guys, I'm Caley, and this class is called Balance Boost. So you'll be alternating between 1 minute of plyometric movement and 5 minutes of yoga postures to challenge your balance. This is a really fun class, so whenever you're ready, grab your mat and I'll meet you right back here. Okay, so let's get started. We're gonna come up to standing, and we'll start with a 1 minute warm up. So this is gonna be just like a jumping jack, but with your arms out to your side, chest open. So jumping out and jumping in. And you can just take this at whatever pace you want, but we wanna get warm right off the bat, because the first exercise we have is a plyometric movement. So just jumping jacks with your chest open every time your feet open out wide. Catch your breath and prepare mentally. This plyometric movement is really good cardio, basically. It's also a really good functional movement for the body. And it's really nice to incorporate this in a yoga class so it's more well-rounded and a balanced workout. We've got about 15 seconds left of this warm-up, so just keep jumping and breathing. All right. We'll move into our first plyometric workout. So we're going to be doing split lunges with our arms up the whole time. So start with your right foot forward, reach your arms up, and you can make little fists with your hands and have your thumbs kind of sticking out here. And we're going to hop switch into the legs from left to right. So this one works on your balance. It's also really good cardio. And make sure that you maintain really strong core as you move through this exercise. Make sure you're breathing. Got about 20 seconds left. If it's challenging, you can always step back and lunge like this. But if you have the strength in it, keep going. All right, release your arms down, shake out your legs. Nice work. So now we'll move into our first 5-minute yoga postures. And these, again, are going to be working on our balance. So the first pose we're going to do is a forward fold. Just bend your knees, grab opposite elbow. Head comes down, and you kind of move your body around. Catch your breath. And as you're here, switch the cross of your arms. And again, just let your head dangle, move the weight around. And then from this position, we're going to come all the way up to standing. So let your arms hang. Bend your knees and just slowly find your way up to stand. Kind of shake out your body a little bit. All right, so moving into our second of the 5 yoga postures, we're going to be doing a standing hip hinge here. So taking your hands to your hips, grab hold. Bring your right leg out in front of you and bend into the standing knee just a little bit. And then we'll take the right arm down by our sides. So I'm going to slowly start to hinge forward and gently tap my fingers to the ground. And then I'll come right back up. And again, inhale, hinge forward. Exhale, coming up. Inhaling forward, exhaling up. A couple more like this. Inhale, and exhale. Again, inhale, and exhale. One more time. Inhale, and exhale. All right, now we'll step the same foot that was up all the way to the back of the mat, and we'll come into a fold here. So make sure your left foot is over to the left just a little bit so that your hips can remain square. Hands to your hips, and now we'll hinge forward and fold all the way over the front leg. So your hands can come down to the ground, your head can release, whatever feels best in your body. And again, we'll be here for about a minute, so breathe. Catch your breath. Make it slow and steady. Although we're not on one leg in this position, we're still challenging our balance a little bit. And if you need more of a challenge, you can bring your hands to your hips. Work on keeping them there so you don't have the support of the fingers on the ground to help with that balance. A couple more breaths in this position. And then we'll slowly come all the way up, step forward. And now we'll do the hip hinges on the second side. So keeping your hands on your hips to start, we'll take the left leg out in front of us, just an inch or two, and then bend into the standing knee a little bit. And then take that left arm down by your side. As you inhale, you hinge forward, gently tap the fingers. And on the exhale, we come right back up. So again, inhaling forward, exhaling up. Again, inhale forward, exhale up. Got about 20 seconds left. Keep breathing as you move. You might find that one side's much easier than the other side. And let's do 2 more here. And last one. And now both hands to the hips. Step that left leg to the back of the mat. You might walk the right foot over a couple inches to the right. And from here, we'll hinge forward all of the way, or to whatever extent works for your body. Keep that right hip moving back. And then if you want to further challenge your balance, just keep your hands on your hips. Otherwise, if you need a little bit less, you can bring your hands down to the mat and just work on folding forward over that front leg and breathing. Now, since we're not doing anything that's movement-based here, I really want you to focus on your breath, slowing it down, finding an evenness in that breath. And then we'll slowly come all the way back up to standing. Come to the top of your mat. Okay, so next we have our plyometric movement. This is high knee punches. So we're going to start to hop opposite leg, opposite arm. As my left knee's up, my right arm's forward. And again, this is meant to be some cardiovascular movement here for you. So make sure that you're breathing and really try to get those knees up as high as you can. Opposite arm, opposite knee punching. Remember, it's just for a minute, so try to give it as much energy as you can. Almost there, about 20 seconds left. Make sure you're breathing. Last 10. All right, and slowly release. Shake it out. We're going to come right into a chair pose. So feet together, bend the knees, and reach your arms up. So this is a recovery, chair pose recovery. So this is a time where you try to slow down your breathing, even it out. Try to decrease the heart rate. Sink back into the heels. Got about 20 seconds left. Keep breathing. Almost there. All right. Now push down into your heels. Come on up. Release the arms down by your sides. So the next thing we'll move into is Warrior 3. I'm going to do it on the right leg, so the left leg will be lifted. Hands to your hips, just like our hip hinges we started with. Left foot forward, and slowly bend the standing knee a little. Hinge into your Warrior 3. So we're going to hold here. Standing knee is bent. Lifted leg is straight. Find your breath. So we're working on our balance here. It's also kind of endurance-based, right? Each of these holding postures. So it's really critical that you tap into your breath. The breath will help sustain you in these poses. About 10 seconds left. Good. And then we'll slowly come up. All right, so the next we'll do warrior 3 on the second side. So right foot forward, little bend in the left knee. We hinge from the hips and come all the way into our balancing posture here. So again, you really want to slow down your breath. And I'm kind of wobbly on my left side today compared to my right. And you'll find that typically one side is better than the other. It changes day by day. Remember, really even, steady breath. It's really helpful to have a bend in the standing knee. That just helps you keep your balance a little bit better. We're almost there, just about 10 seconds left. Okay, and then slowly come all the way back up to standing. Nice work. So now we're going to do what I call curtsy lunges. Again, working on our balance. So take the left foot forward, left arm down by your side. And from here, we'll swing the left foot all the way back, step it outside of your yoga mat, and then bring the left hand down to the floor. So from this position, we'll come all the way back up to standing. Pull the knee into the chest. And then again, inhale, stepping all the way back to your lunge. And on the exhale, come all the way back up to standing. Keep moving with your breath. Inhaling back. Exhaling forward. Again, inhale back. And exhale forward. Last time on this side. Inhale back. Exhale forward. And then we'll switch sides. So you should really feel the standing leg, that stabilization in your hip, the outer hip, the glute med. It's really working here. Let's try that second side. So right arm down, right leg forward, swing all the way back, step all the way back and outside of your yoga mat, and then slowly, with control, come up and pull the knee into the chest. Inhale back. Exhale forward. Inhale back. Exhale forward. Again, inhaling back. Exhaling up. About 3 more. Inhale. And exhale. Whew, almost lost it there. 2 more. Inhale. Exhale. Last time, inhale. And exhale. Release the foot down, shake it out. We're ready for our next plyometric movement here. Okay, so our next movement is going to be standing to the side of the mat, and we're going to be doing some standing diagonal knee pulls. So 30 seconds right and 30 seconds left. Take your arms out wide, pull the knee in and back. So you're hopping on your standing foot as you do this, pulling the knee into the chest. We're working on our obliques here, but we're also really working on the balance as we move. And again, it's hip stabilization in that standing leg. You're really going to feel it, especially after doing those curtsy lunges. And switch sides. Use your breath, exhaling as the knee drives up. Just 30 seconds on each side. So this one's relatively easy compared to the last exercises. 10 seconds left. All right, and slowly come back. Now let's get right into plank position. So into our next series of holding postures. Feet together, roll onto the outer edge of your right foot. Reach your left arm up. Coming into side plank. So again, we're holding here. Find your breath. Slow it down. Really even and steady. If you want to shift your gaze up to the ceiling, that's a little added challenge for the balance. guys are doing really good. Keep breathing. Use your core to support you here. Pulling the belly in. All right, now slowly we'll switch to the other side. So bring your left hand down to the ground, roll onto the outer edge of the left foot, and reach your right arm up. So in this position, see if you could lift out of the bottom shoulder. So you're creating more space in your upper back. The top hip is stacked over the bottom hip. And again, if you want to challenge your balance even further, look up towards that top hand. Breathe here. Try to press your hips forward a little bit. And if you can, pull your inner thighs back just slightly. Again, that'll get you a little bit more stable. We're about halfway through, so keep breathing. You might start to feel wobbly or shaky, but know that this is very mental. You're definitely strong enough to do it. See if you can get your mind to meet you there. Breathe. Okay, we're going to slowly transition. So next, we're coming into forearm plank. Again, my right arm comes down, roll onto the outer edge of the right foot. Now, the form can be angled in slightly or forward. You can make a fist, whatever works for your body. Once you roll onto the outer edge of that right foot, left arm reaches up. And again, you can shift your gaze up and breathe here. So 1 minute, hold in this position. Feel as strong as you can be. Work your legs and your core just as much as your arm and that upper body. And breathe. You're almost there. Keep breathing. See if you can lift your hips a little higher. Last few breaths. All right, good work. Let's switch sides. So left elbow down. Again, you make a fist, you turn your elbow in, whatever's best for you. Roll onto the outer edge of that left foot. And then once you're there, the top arm reaches up. Feel really stable. Pull your ribs in, your belly in. Find your breath. What helps me a lot here is to try to press my hips forward. So that engages my core, my low belly. And you can look down, up to the side. Just remember that if you really want to challenge your balance, it's looking up. Almost there. Okay, good work, you made it. So from here, we'll come into Dolphin. So both forearms down to the ground. You can interlace your fingers, you can have them wide. I'm gonna take mine parallel. And then we slowly walk the feet in and up. So this is gonna feel really good on your shoulders, your hamstrings. Just breathe. If you need, you can always take a little bend in the knees to press the hips back and to take some of the weight out of the upper body and move it into the lower body. Remember, we have our plyo movement next, so really catch your breath here. Slow down. And just mentally prepare yourself for this next minute of plyometric movement. Almost there, keep breathing. All right, and then from this position, just drop your knees down to the mat. Take a seat on the heels. Give the arms a break. Nice work. Okay, so our next movement is going to be focused on the core. Swing your legs around to one side and come all the way down onto your back. Pull the knees into your chest. So just kind of rock side to side on your low back for a moment. And then curl your nose up towards your knees. Reach your arms forward. Reach your legs forward. Now take the arms overhead, inhale. And as you exhale, Navasana. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Keep going. Moving with your breath. This is a challenging movement. You really have to be balanced and work on that core stability. Got about 5 seconds left. Let's get one more in. And then release. Bring your feet down and rest. Nice work. Okay, so from here, we're going to come up to a standing position. So bring your feet forward, come all the way up. We're going to work on our balance to finish out using a twist. So pull your left knee up into your chest, bring the hands behind your head, take a big breath in, and on your exhale, twist to the left. Now, a couple of options. You can stay right where you are. You could also take one hand outside of the knee and reach the opposite arm to the back of the mat. If you want to challenge your balance even further, you gaze over your back hand. And if you want to take this up a notch, you take the front arm forward as well. Breathe here. So really engage your belly, pull the core in and up, and try to get the standing legs straight and strong. The breath is key. If you hold your breath, you won't be able to stay here for very long. So make sure that it's even and steady. You're doing good. You're almost there. Keep breathing. And slowly release, arms down, release the leg down. Nice work. Let's move into the second side right away. Right knee up, hands behind the head, take a big breath. Exhale, twist to the right. Again, in this position, you can stay right where you are. If this feels good, then hang out here the whole minute, okay? If you need a little extra support, hand to knee. If you want to challenge your balance, take that top arm, reach it back, and shift your gaze all the way back over the top arm. Now again, if you want to take it up another notch, then reach the top arm forward. Hold here and breathe. Watch that the outer right hip doesn't lift up too high, so try to drop it down, pull your belly in, and twist a little deeper. Breathe here. Remember, the breath signals the body that it's safe to do all of these things we're asking it to do. So make sure you're breathing. I know this is challenging. You can do it. We're almost there. You guys are doing awesome. Great, slowly release. Foot down, hands down, and just go ahead and shake out your legs a little bit. Okay, so from here we'll move into twisted Ardha Chandrasana. So take your hands to your heart, lift the left leg forward, and then we'll move into Warrior 3, which we've already done in this class, so you should be prepared. You've been here once before. Take your arms wide, inhale, and on your exhale, start to rotate to the right, bringing your left hand to the ground and your right arm up to the ceiling. Now, from this position, that right hand could also come to your low back, and just see if the hips are level, if you need to adjust anything. If you feel stable here, I'm going to give you one more little up level. So you could start to float your left fingertips off the floor. Now, if you're coming into this option, make sure that it's sustainable for you, okay? You could also just kind of tap the bottom hand to the ground, lift up, see if that works, and if it does, then you can hang out here and breathe. This is a really challenging posture. Stay with your breath. Good work. And then from here, hands to the ground, feet together. Bend into your knees, come all the way up to standing. And let's move into the second side. So hands to your hips. Right foot is going to come all the way back into that warrior 3 position. Take your arms wide, take an inhale. And on your exhale, slowly rotate to the left. So we'll start with a hand down on the ground. Find your balance. If you'd like, take the top hand to your low back. Make sure one hip isn't dropping, so you can feel that the hips are level. Once you've got that, re-extend the top arm up. And then if it's available, engage your core so much that you could hover the bottom fingers off the mat. Breathe here. You guys are doing awesome. You're about halfway through, so keep breathing. This is a challenging one. It's kind of an all-in-oneer. We're working the core, the upper body, the lower body. Stick with it. Okay, and then slowly from here, come all the way back up. Feet together, shake it out. And we're going to finish in a forward fold. So bend the knees. Take the hands behind you and interlace your fingers, and then slowly fold forward. The arms will lift up and over. Chest to thighs at first, and then release the head down. Let your arms lift, and breathe here. If you have really tight shoulders, you could always bend your elbows. Bring the fists to the tailbone and just work on drawing the elbows towards each other. Let's switch the interlace of the fingers by one. Be here a few more breaths. Again, keeping a bend in the knees. And then let's go ahead and release the hands down to the ground. Let them hang. Bend the knees a lot. Slowly, we roll all the way up to standing. And shake it out. Okay, you guys, so that's it. Your balance boost is finished, and I know this is really challenging. So if you only made it up to a certain point, that's okay. Consistency is key. So make sure you're showing up to this practice every single day. The more consistent you are, the further you're going to get, the faster you're going to get there. Nice work. I'll see you back here next time.